Last time I felt this good, maybe Falls View. Speaking of Falls View, let's get some pictures. So what's up, everybody? If the stream's working right now, it didn't work on the first time around, but if it is working, what's up? When I see in the chat that people are like, yeah, stream's working, let's go, let's fucking go. We'll go through the warm-up exercises. I'll share the notes that I've written for myself. And I'm also going to open some pictures right now. But until I see that message in the chat, just pretend this is the warm-up intro slide, and I'm not here. The track we're listening to is called Vaporizing Performance Anxiety. It's going to help you just relax, get any shit that's in your mind just out of there, help you be calm, help you be chill, help you be free, so you can be ready to play your best poker. And when this track's done, we're going to put on track number 2, which is creating the vision. So that's what it's all about. Okay, so it looks like it may be working, but we'll see. So I need to get some pictures. We're going to use word reminders today. We call them anchors. So kind of when your boat starts drifting away from where it's supposed to go, you have things that anchor you back to where you're supposed to be. So for example, one of my notes that I've written says shark scope plus showdowns equals success. And that basically is reminding me, it's anchoring my thoughts to say, okay, you always got to shark scope your table when you get there. You always got to pay attention to the showdowns. You know, get information. If you're doing that, you're probably going to get success. Another way that I like to use anchors is images. So for example, this image here. It's an image that brings about positive feelings for me, makes me feel good, reminds me of what's possible. And since today is, kind of the online equivalent of the World Series of Poker main event, in before people say, no, that's W Coop, that's Scoop. Close enough in terms of popularity and hype. I'm going to have this image open on the side of my screen as a reminder to, what I'm playing for. I used these techniques back in 2013 when I had my best Sunday session ever. I had 2 pictures. I had one picture of, I believe it was Elke. Elke had a triple crown, and I wanted to go for a triple crown, so I had a picture of Elke. Actually, no, that was the last day. The first day I had pictures of I had a picture of Marc-Andre Ladouceur, because that was the year he was coming off back-to-back deep runs in the main, almost final tabling the main event. If it weren't for a sick beat, I'm like, dude, that guy knows how to play poker. That guy's a really good player. That's the kind of player that I would like to play. So I had a picture of him on the screen as a reminder, being like, this is the level you want to play up to. And then I had a picture of a girl that I was talking to at the time, because I'm like, there's your motivation, there's your inspiration to make this extra money, is so you can have some nice times with this lady, treat her to some nice things, this and that. So I'm going to have Greggy there as the reminder of, what today is all about, what we're going for. And I'm also going to pop up a picture of my own recent result. Yeah, this will be the one. So the next picture I'm going to have is a picture of me from Falls View, because this picture reminds me that, I am capable of doing great things. So I have a reminder of kind of the ultimate achievement in what's possible, and I also have a reminder that I myself am capable of getting these results. So anytime, something goes poorly today, if I take a beat, if I kind of get myself off my rhythm, all I have to do is look at one of these pictures and be reminded, oh yeah, we're playing, there's a lot at stake today. Today is not the day to throw things away. Today is not the day to be silly, to tilt, to try to register more tournaments, to pay attention to things that are important, things like that. Today is a big day. That's what the picture of Greggy is reminding me about. And the second one, the picture of me is saying, you are capable of having great results. So I have a picture of my biggest score there as a reminder of that. Okay, so that's what we got there. And I see that the stream is working, so that's good news. So we've covered the idea of anchoring. So for your session today, if you have room on your computer screen, I would encourage you to get a picture of something that inspires you. It can be a picture of someone being very successful. It can be a picture of your best achievement and reminding yourself what you're capable of. Or maybe you want to do something like this. Maybe you want to have like a picture of the place that you would like to be. Oh wow, green screen really messes with that. But the idea is, if my why, if the reason I play poker is because I want to be able to move to a beautiful beach house someday, well, I should have reminders of that beach house there all the time. So when I start to fall off my game, it's just I'm like, oh yeah, instant reminder, this is what I'm playing for. Because it can be very easy to forget what we're playing for, and when we forget what we're playing for, we easily fall off our game. All right, so let's get the next track on now, which is creating the vision. Creating the vision. Play button. Okay. Cool. Cool. So let's create the vision. Let's create the vision for today. So what I'd like you to do, if you're with me, is pick one tournament today that you want to give your maximum attention to, that you want to give the majority of your focus to. One tournament today where you would really like to get your best result. For me, that tournament is definitely going to be the Sunday 10 million, because there is so much money up for grabs in this thing. It's like maybe 4 times a year that we get the opportunity to play for a 7-figure payday playing online poker. So things like this just don't come around very often, which is why I am going to give my maximum focus to this. But your main tournament could be something other than the Sunday 10 million. And your main tournament shouldn't necessarily be the tournament that has the biggest prize pool. Your main tournament should be the one that you have the best chance of winning. Because if you already have the best chance of winning it and you put your attention and your focus to it, you are most likely going to get that result that you want. So for me, it is the Sunday 10 million. But for you, the viewer, I would like you to pick whatever the tournament is that you want to get the results in, and make sure that you write down this tournament. This is the one that's going to happen, and keep that tournament in the center of your screen. That should be the primary thing that you put your focus and attention toward, and everything else should be secondary. The stream should be secondary. The chat should be secondary. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, email, anything, Instagram, those should all be secondary. Your primary focus should be the thing that you want to get results in, because wherever you focus on, change occurs, and we're trying to change small stacks into massive stacks. So it's very important that we put that attention, that energy on that main event, that main tournament. I think there's like another expression. It's something along the lines of, wherever you focus, that thing is going to grow. Wherever you put your effort, that's what's going to grow. So, be realistic. Where do you want to put your effort today? Stick to it. So this is my tournament that I'm going for. I also have a backup tournament, the Party Poker Power Fest main event, which I'm going to, pay a lot of attention to as well, but that's going to come in later because I really want to, get in a good position for the first tournament and then roll from there. So the exercise is to write down the tournament that you want to focus on. You can do it like on a Post-it note. That's what I do. You can type out a Word document. Make sure you have that open so that you have that reminder there. All right, so I wrote down some things on some Post-it notes that I'm going to share with you guys. But first, if you're not playing, just take a minute to relax. Take a minute to breathe. Take a minute to get calm and just feel what it's like to just be for a minute. We're so busy doing, we're so busy typing, going to pages, loading this and that, interacting here and there, instant messaging here and there, that we very rarely just sit and chill. So I'd like to invite you to do that and realize just how relaxing that can be and how good you can feel by just sitting, breathing, and focusing on inside instead of outside. Try to feel where you're breathing. Are you breathing in this range? Are you breathing in this range? Or are you breathing full, deep belly breaths? When you breathe, do you feel your abdomen expanding? Or do you only feel your chest expanding? A good way to test, put one hand here, breathe. See which ones move. For me, my chest doesn't move too much. Kind of blocked up here, so doing some stretches to open that up will help. You also want to check if you're breathing into your back body. You want to be breathing all the way through. If you want healing, cleansing, calming breaths, breathing through here is where you get those results. So both hands should be moving when you're breathing like that. And the reason that I wanted to invite you guys to connect with the breath, with yourself, with that feeling of calmness, is because when things start to heat up today, when you start to get put in some tough spots, or when the action's going very fast, and you start to feel uncomfortable, and you start to feel overwhelmed, and you have all these things going through your mind that are stressing you out, that are worrying you, that are freaking you out. You're thinking about the future, you're thinking about what happened in the past. And if you just do that breathing and relaxing and really pay attention to how you're feeling, all those worries, all that anxiousness or any depression that you're feeling, it will drift away. With every out-breath, you breathe out anxiety. You breathe out tension. You breathe out worry. And you breathe out fear. And with every in-breath, you breathe in confidence. You breathe in certainty. You breathe in energy, and you breathe in victory. So with every out breath, you get rid of the things that are not going to help you win the tournament that you're focused on. With every in breath, you breathe in the things that are going to help you get that ultimate result. And if you think it, you're going to get some benefit. If you feel it, you're going to get some more benefit. If you visualize what you're breathing in and what you're purging yourself of, you're going to get the maximum benefit. And this is a very powerful exercise you can do anytime you start to feel uncomfortable, anytime you start to feel uncertain. Do this. Hooded and welcome to Team Grips. I hope you're ready to stack them chips, and I hope you are enjoying this pre-game session, this pre-game meditation to get you in the zone so that you can get the results that you want today. I want to thank everyone for the good lucks, the well wishes, and the love in the chat. I do apologize that I'm not focusing there, but my focus is on giving you guys the best warm-up so that you can get the best results today. And then my next focus is to play my best tournament so I can give you guys the best broadcast and the best example of what it takes to actually get results in multi-table tournament poker, especially in massive fields. I really want to lead by example, and that's why, as much as I would love to just chat back and forth with you guys all day, I need to put my primary focus on peak performance and delivering, exceptional results today. Unreasonable results are the kind of results that I want to put up today. So we've gone through intention. Choose the event that you want to focus on. Make sure you actually focus on that. If you write down on a piece of paper that it's important to focus on that, every time you look at that paper, you'll be reminded, oh yeah, I'm supposed to focus on this. Anytime you get distracted, look at your paper, boom, I'm right back in here. When you feel yourself starting to get to the present, start thinking about, ooh, what could I win? Ooh, what if I maintain this stack, this and that? That's not going to help you. Come back to the moment, come back to the now. Come back to the breath and the feeling of just, oh yeah, cool, calm, collected, ready to crush. That's what I was doing at Follows of every break, and that's why I got the results that I did. Same thing if you're getting caught up about a past beat, if you just lost half your stack, you're getting all tilted, oh, what I could have done if I had those chips. Just breathe, just stop, breathe, come back to here, come back to now. Okay, I have this chip stack. This is my table setup. This is where my chips are going to come from steals. This is where they'll come from 3-bets. This is where they'll come from post-flop play. And do that. Do that and forget about everything else. Forget about what happened and what may happen. Just come to the moment, come to the game, and make the best decision you can with the information you have. Your job today is to acquire as much information about your opponents as possible and to take very thorough notes on their tendencies so that when it comes time to make a big decision, you have all the information that's relevant and all the information that was made available to you today. You do not want to miss any information about your opponents, because if you don't know how they're playing, then you don't know how to adjust your strategy to play back at them and to take advantage of their mistakes, their poor tendencies, everything. Everything, okay? It's not about bringing your general strategy to the table and hoping it's going to work out for you. It's about coming in with your general strategy, making your primary job observing the other players around you so you can figure out what strategy they're bringing to the table and figure out the appropriate counter strategies for their strategies and implement those every time you get to play a pot with them. That is how you are going to pick up a lot of chips, and that's how you are going to win a lot of pots that don't belong to you based on the merits of your cards, because you know where the spots are that are going to allow you to take the chips down and take the pots down and chip up and get stacking. So now I would like you to think about the winning habits, the winning techniques you can implement today to get the best results. You know, ask yourself, what are the 5 to 10 things that if I did them today, Dirty Stack, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you for the 1 year of support. So awesome to have you on the team. Hope that today you will be living the dream. So yeah, ask yourself, what are the 5 to 10 things that I could be doing that are going to maximize my chance of getting the result that I want, the outcome that I want today? And these things need to be things that are under your control. Don't say, oh, you know, if I can win my flips. Oh, if I can cooler people. Those are things you can't control. If those are going to happen, beautiful. If they're not going to happen, well, what are the things that you can do that are going to maximize your chances of getting the results that you want, of getting the outcome that you want, the goal that you want? So I'm going to share the 6 that I've written down and put on my the side of my computer here as reminders. And I would encourage you to do the same. I would actually encourage you to start writing before I read off what my things are so that you guys can, you know, make them unique and personal to you. So the first note that I have, all attention on your table. I have a bad habit when I'm live streaming of paying a lot more attention to my chat box than I do to my tables because it's more fun. I'm like, oh, I'm live streaming, I want to interact. Today is not about entertaining. Today is about educating and execution. Today is about winning, simple and plain. So all attention on my table is something I can control that's going to greatly increase the likelihood of me delivering a peak performance. Second one, good habit to implement. Shark scope plus showdown equals success. Always look up my opponents when I get to a new table. Always pay attention to all hands that are showed down, take notes, and expect to get success with that additional information. Another habit I can do to encourage myself to watch all the showdowns is try to range my opponents on every hand. It means just, trying to guess their general range. Whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong, doesn't matter. I'm practicing. I'm getting in the habit of doing the thing that I need to do when I get in a hand with someone to get the result that I want, making the right decision. Number 4, know your position. Table status, lobby status. I want to know where I stand on the table so I can know how much pressure I can put on the other players. I want to be aware of what my stack size is, what other players' stack size is, and what stage we're at in the tournament. Do they value their tournament life? Do they not care? Obviously, when we're at the bubble, we can play much more aggressively if we have a big stack, and if we have a small stack, we need to play much more passively. Lobby status is the other note because I need to know where are we in the payout structure? When are the blinds going up? Where do we sit relative to the field? When playing tournament poker, these things are absolutely crucial for your success, so not watching the lobby is just inexcusable if you want to get results. Frederick Liste, thank you so much for the 7 months of continued support. Glad to have you on Team Grips. Hope that today will be the day that you stack many, many, many chips, more than you've ever stacked before. Number 5 is my intention. This is my goal for today. This is the target that I am shooting for. Sunday Million. Final table. Let's fucking go. This is the only thing I want. This is the only thing I'm going to go for. That's my intention. That's what I'm shooting for. And the important thing with a goal is you go for it. You make it your target. And if you hit it, beautiful. If you don't, no big deal. You don't beat yourself up if you don't get the result, and you don't super high five outside the world if you do hit your result. It's your goal, it's your target, it's what you're shooting for, it's what you're aiming for, and as long as you're aiming for a good target, odds are you're going to land close to where you want to be. And the final note I have, which is a lot about kind of what we're doing right now with this pregame, is lead by example. Today is the day you change your life. And what I wrote about, the reason I wrote that is, if we get to this final table of Sunday Million, we chop this thing. That's a huge game changer. It changes everything. It could be the biggest win on Twitch, biggest news story in poker for a while. Great timing for the online poker boom to happen. So that's kind of, I have 4 things that explain, where I need to be putting my attention, what I need to be thinking about, how I need to be behaving, and then a couple of reminders of what the goal is. So this way I don't lose sight of the prize. I know what I'm going for, and that is winning basically, the online World Series of Poker main event. And I know that this outcome is possible because, I've had massive wins before. I've had massive results very recently when I trust myself and when I'm in flow and when I'm in state. And I've almost final tabled the Sunday Million twice already. I've bubbled it twice in my career and made top 100 runs multiple times. So I know it's possible, and I know what approach I took to those games. And that's what I'm going to incorporate today. It's not going to be the flashiest style of play, but it's going to be one rooted in mathematics, in solid game theory, and it's going to be one that gets results. Okay, so that is kind of the pre-game game plan session. I'm going to keep the peak performance poker tracks playing. There's 12 more minutes of this one, and then I'm going to play one more called Dialing In, which is where we just attune the brain to just focus and we get in the zone. So we relaxed. Now we envisioned what we want to have happen, and then we're going to get in the zone, which basically means we're going to turn on the engine and start driving towards that destination that we've created. So a couple pieces of news.